Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Jtraedz TV, where we discuss all stock-related contents and much more. If y'all in the building, man, go ahead and hit me up in the chats. Let me know if y'all can hear me. We all good to go, and we'll go over everything that we need to go over for today, guys. Welcome to Wild Card Wednesday, man. Wild Card Wednesday, guys. We're finally starting to get that reversal back up to the upside. Man, I had to switch my contracts. The one I had myself for 688 for today. But the volatility on that sucked, so I had to readjust it. So, man, because I would have been up had I would have known that I didn't have volume on that damn contract versus the one for tomorrow had way more volume. So I should have used that one instead, which I'm still adjusting everything now because everything is panning out the way that I was expecting it to. Once we got well, let me break down everything for this morning. So. Remember the other day, guys, or yesterday. Remember what I told y'all that was going to be in a possible range yesterday. Remember what I told y'all. We was trying to figure out yesterday on where we was going. You remember what I told you? I said, look like the market is still bullish. That's why I told shorts. I said, man, be careful going short at this moment. I said, you remember we started to do some research. So remember we went back a little bit and we recognized and we went back a little bit. I forgot where we was at. Where was it at? Was it these levels here? Yeah, right here. So remember I told you guys, I say, okay, if we get back above 82, we have room to push our way back up to 86. Let me see, what's this the right, let me make sure this is the right one. We had those bounces, and we're talking about the, the 82 bounces up to 86, which we did that. And you remember I told you that was in the past. I said, okay, guys, if we hold above 82, be on the lookout for the possible move up to 86, from tomorrow, yesterday to today. So what did I say? And what happened? 82, right? 86, right? Back on down. So right now you're back in that old range that we talked about. So I alerted everybody. I told everybody since yesterday from 82 to 86. There you go. So it looks like we're on a still continuation uptrend. Still on this little continuation uptrend right now. So we did get a nice pullback from 86. All the way down towards the 82 levels. I did take a picture of it because I was talking about that in my in the other community. I did draw it out to show my proof that I was even alerting everybody in the other community as well. Let me bring it up real quick. Where is it at? Where is it at? Right here. The levels that we could pull back to from 86. So I did draw this out, guys. Right here. Here's my proof. Right here. Take this off. So right here, this morning I was telling everybody because everybody, what we could pull back down to. I said, guys, be on possible lookout, for the possible pullback down to 82. Why did I call 82? Because also that was the top areas Monday for the close and for the after hours. We ran it toward that 82 level. We pulled back down going into Tuesday. Then we wound up rebounding, breaking above 82, getting that run up to 86, back down to 82. So all you did was rotate from 82s, 86, from 86, back down to 82. So I drew everything out, mapped everything out, and you can clearly see we're back on top of this trend line once again, trying to push our way back up to the upside. Now the main area I know that we're going to have a lot of resistance is going to be around 84. Going to be around 84 for sure. So definitely keep your eyes peeled on that for 84 level as we push back up. So we may see some resistance, strong resistance around 84 for a little bit of pullback down. So keep that on watch. If we don't go for that, if they don't go for that strong push up, then those sellers will be sitting around 84ish range. Yeah, cause I was in it, but the contract I was in didn't have no damn volatility to it. Like I didn't have I should have chose 86, but I did. I chose the 88 contracts for today, and it had no volatility to it. So when I went to tomorrow's date for 688, had way more volatility. I was like, oh man, come on.
Jtraedz says, it was under 682. I thought height will go to 678.90, but was confusing.
Well, yeah, we didn't get the full continuation back on down, Nadia. The main key point you got to keep in mind, yeah, it was confusing, but the main key point was buyers was refusing to let go of 82. So now you can see where I got my yellow line at, right? The pivot point. So if you go back, look right here. What did we get rejected at? Oh, where was that magnet pull at? 82, right? 82. Then you failed yesterday, and then came back up to what? 82. Then we broke above 82 up to 86. Then this morning we fell back down to what? 82. So that was the main thing. So yeah, I mean you know, if those sellers did come in aggressive, I mean, yeah, you did have room to fall back down. But the main price point that I kept my eyes on was still 82. Now, the reason why I was still on 82, yeah. Like, so watch, okay, even if I minimize my chart right now, look, see right here, look what my yellow line is. That was Monday, 82, 82. Tuesday, you fell back on down from 82, back on up, got back above 82, right? From 82, you ran on up, 86. Then from 86, you came back down to 82. Yes, we did crack it, but the main thing that I was watching to see, you know, where we're going to, you know, get away from 82, because I knew 82 was going to be like a magnet, because that's your pivot point. And that's why instead of, you know, chasing these downsides, the main thing I was waiting on, like I said, I just kept watching this level. I just kept watching this level because, and the reason why, I'm going to tell you why. The reason why I kept watching this level, because from the last situation we had, when we, you know, when we had this area here, right around 78.90, right? We can run 78, that was what, Monday, right? Yeah, 78.90. We broke above that price point going into Tuesday. What did those buyers utilize, right? The old breakout zone, correct? They utilized 678.90 for resistance, turn that bad boy to support, and then got that bounce. So that's what made me think about it. So that's why I drew my line right here. I said, okay, let me see if they're going to kind of repeat and do the same exact thing, you know, going into Wednesday. So that's why I drew this line out right at 82 to see, you know, once we pull back down. And not just that, remember I told you, that range. So I already knew on a psychological level, I thought about it from a bullish standpoint. So I knew that 82 was going to, you know, was going to see some type of up and down, up and down, up and down, was going to be a battle with buyers and sellers right around that level. But I knew specifically because, and the reason why I kind of stuck more to the, towards that price point was because we've been on a continuation uptrend since Monday. Up, up. You see that? And I played, and all I did was watch the down. All I did was watch that trend line. What's up, Taylor? Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So yeah, so that's why I had my line, you know, put in yellow instead of any other color, because I was utilizing 82 for a pivot point. So I was like, okay, 82 up to 84, and I can show y'all the proof that I said that. I'll show y'all the proof even on my Discord. I told somebody that in my let me bring it up real quick. Cause somebody Jenna was asking me that. And I'll show you the proof. I wasn't even lying to her. So, okay, let me show y'all. This was the other community. This is when I first drew out these levels. And I said, boom. And I said it, and I was talking to Primo earlier. I said, because he was telling me his bottom. So I told him my bottoms. I said, this is the bottom. I had 82, 682. I said, Monday's market close after our tops. Do you think we could see that level in due time? That was before we got to pull back down to that purple line. You know, and he said, yeah, we were to break, we could see that possible level. And I agreed with him. And right? And then that's when we wind up hitting. I said, boom, 682. And I wind up reposting it. So Jenna asked, she said, do you think we could see some more upside? I said right here, I said, as long as we hold above that level, then buyers could have the opportunity to push towards 683.50 to 684. You can clearly see it right here, clear as day. I said, however, if we crack below that level, you know, stay below 682, then yes, we could see 680 back down to 678.90. So we did get back on top of 682, and we did run back on up 684. So I did alert, I did tell him, and you can see the proof that I did. I broke it down. So I did break that down. So we did run up as high as 684. So definitely keep it on watch to see, man, because like I said, I was in the trade, but the contract that I wasn't even paying attention to the volume. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was jumping in, I was ready, and as it was moving up, I'm like, why the hell is my contract not doing anything? Man, it didn't have no volume to it. So I was like, and I had 688. So I put 688 for tomorrow. 688 for tomorrow had way more volume. I was like, oh my God. It's like these damn contracts, man.
Can you send me the link? I have a wrong one, please. Discord link you alerted. Ingrid Aussie Chick 2202 says, morning J-Boss driving and listening.
Good morning, good afternoon, Queen, and hope you have a blessed one. Definitely be careful on that road. Be definitely careful. Can you send a link to Discord? That was I mean, I could take a screen. I'll take a screenshot, but that's in a different community. Did you Nadia? Did you talk to Hardware about getting into that community? Because I can see the link, but it's up to them. Like I said, you have to talk to them. Let me see. Let me go back. Yeah, I got it right here. Let me see if I can send you a link to it, to that community. But like I said, you gotta talk to the head chiefs over there. Let me see. How can I send an invite from this community to it? I'm trying to see if it's gonna let me.
Jtraedz says, yes, he said he will tell you to add me.
Okay, I got you. What did it let me do that? I don't think I had a power. Not on this end. I don't think I could add anybody. I think this is the only they can add. Let me see. I'm looking right at it, Queen. I'm trying to see. I don't think I have no access to that. As far as I don't know how to add anybody else from somebody else's stuff. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can figure it out. Let me see if I can add an invite. Cause I know how to do it on mine. I don't know how to do it for somebody else's. Yeah, that's the only thing I never known how to do is send an invite from somebody else's whatchamacallit. Yeah, see, I don't have no like invite links to doing that. Yeah, I don't have no options to do that. I'm looking right at it. Hold up. I need to figure out what's that Discord link first and foremost. What is that Discord link? Okay, invite people. Okay, here we go. Invite permission. Okay. Someone with permission. See, yeah, see? See, I don't have permission. See right here, look. I tried to do it. Invite permission. See, to add a friend to that server, you have to ask someone, that had, see, yeah, see? So what I can do... Let me see what I can do. Nadia. Let me see, Queen. Let me borrow your. Let me go to your profile and let me see if I can send it to Hardware real quick. And guys, keep it on watch. We still pushing on up. Like I said, we got that slow reversal. 82 held. Starting to slowly push our way back up to the upside. Keep that on watch. Let me see what I can do, Queen. Because I know you've been asking about this and I want to help out as much as I can. Let me go to your profile and let me see if I can do it from there. I invite to server. See, it's not even giving me the option even on yours. Alright. Let me see. How can I get to your link? Like, I'm trying to get to your Discord link so I can send it to him. Ah, man. Let me see what I can do. Because you're gonna probably have to go through Hardware to do this. Because I was trying to copy.
You might have to invite me.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I tried to do. But I don't have permission to do it. I just tried it. Like, and again, I'll show you the proof. Like, I literally tried to invite you to it, but it won't let me do it. I don't have permission to do it. Watch, I'll go back to it and show you again. I promise you, I just tried it. I swear I just tried it. Look, invite permission required. To add a friend to that server, ask someone with invite permission to help. See? So it's like, I can't do it. Because I tried, it won't let me do it.
Jtraedz says, please ask.
Okay, I think he's on vacation right now. He's on vacation right now at this moment, Queen.
2202 says, Nadia, you are going to join with Power. Be great to see.
Yeah, because I know she's been trying to be a part of that for a long time, and I'm trying to help out the best way I can. So I'm gonna have to reach out through him or Primo to get you on board, because Primo is that's the head chief. But especially go with Hardware as well too. But yeah, it won't let me send it. I'm gonna have to talk to Hardware. I'm gonna talk to him and I'll direct him to you, Queen. I got you. But yeah, but you seen I tried to do it. I don't have the access to doing it. So I do apologize about that. I wanted to, but it won't let me do it. All right, guys, let's see. We are pushing back up to that 200-day moving average. Excuse me. So we are pushing back up to that 200-day moving average. So let me see how we setting up so far. Let me see on how we setting up as far as you know, the pattern setups. I mean, we are above the 9, above the VWAP, so we definitely want to get that break above that 200-day moving average. Try to get that nice reversal. Try to get these indicators to cross above that bad boy, which you can definitely get more upside. Because you can see right here in the morning, guys, like we were underneath all the indicators. We were underneath all indicators from the 200, the 50, 20, 9, 200. Fell. I mean.
Thank you. Want to see you too.
Yeah, I got you, Quinn. Yeah, like anything, I'm do my best because I know you've been asking about it, and then again, I just tried it, and yeah, I don't have permission. I don't have the authority to do it. If I could, I would. I promise you, but I will get with hardware. I got you. And I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna have to send him over your. Matter of fact, I got you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna copy your name. So just make sure your name stays the same, and I'm gonna send that to him in the DMs. So he can reach out to you. Let me see. Copy. What the hell is that copy at on this damn thing? Let me see something. Hold on. I'm gonna just have to just copy your name. And let me send it to hardware real quick. Let me see if I can go to his DMs. Alright, message. Let me see.
Jtraedz says, there is a way.
Yeah, I got you, Queen. So I'm writing right now in my DMs on my in my whatchamacallit. Let me see. Wants to join. So okay. Wants to join the community. Alright. Wants to join the community. And I'm gonna put your name, I'm gonna put Nadia. Got you on that. So I'm gonna send it to the DMs to him on Discord. I got you on that. So he know how to find you. Can I put your username on there so he can pull you up? Nope, won't let me put a username. I mean the add symbol, but I did put your username, positive. I got you on that. Nadia wants to join the community. So he'll know your name so he can reach out to you. Alright, cool. Alright, so I did send it to him through his DMs. So to his DMs, Queen, I got you on that. So I just sent it to him. Okay, so remember, guys, remember I told you 684 is gonna possibly be some strong resistance. You're gonna possibly have buys sitting around this level, from 684 to 684.50. Just keep that on watch. So it's not until we get above that 200-day moving average where we can definitely start looking for for that definitely successful reversal. And you can see on how powerful that 200-day moving average is, because you can see when you're on top of it, it's bullish. When you're below it, it's bearish. So that's why, because think about it. Let me show you how powerful it is. So right here, for example, see right here, yesterday. I sent it. No, I sent it. I sent him your username. Yeah, I got it. I sent it to him. And you know me. I'll show you the proof. Look right here, DMs, +0, 2025. Nadia wants to join the community, so I did DM him. So at least you know I sent it. So you know I'm not lying. So I got you. I got you, Queen. Alright, so yeah, guys, the 200-day moving average, you see how this bad boy can act like a strong support and resistance? So you can see when this was yesterday. So you see how when we were underneath it, we got rejected, pulled back on down. Got rejected, pulled back on down. So once those indicators started to line up with each other, the 9, the 20, the VWAP, and the 50, that caused a nice squeeze above it, which gave you that bullish rally on up. So we want to get that same exact formula for today. So right here, keep in mind, we underneath this bad boy. So, and that's why I called out around 684, because we're underneath it. So if we could get that breakout, we could definitely see more room, a push up towards the upside. Also, let me take a look at my 12-hour time frame to see what do we need to break above exactly to get that successful push. That's going to be around 85. It's going to be around 85. We need to get that push above 85. So that's going to need that breakout zone. So once we break above here, definitely get that.
684 strong resistance.
Oh, let me see. Sorry. Another one I ain't gonna lie that went on a good move this morning. I know we back down was AMD. AMD, I was alerting AMD too. That went on a good move today. Soy. He says soy.
Jtraedz says $SPY to 684
Wait.
resistance.
Oh, you said SPY. I was about to say soy. Okay, SPY. You meant to say SPY because I seen the price point 684. You mean SPY? My fault. I don't know. I wouldn't even thinking. AMD. So let me see what AMD's doing. AMD, calm down a little bit. Calm down. Still slightly holding. But yeah, guys, keep your eyes peeled on SPY. I mean, you got this nice little, little cross back over. And again, let me go back to my 30-minute time frame to give you a little bit more detail to that. My 30-minute. There we go. Let me make a copy of this real quick. 30-minute. All right, 30-minute. here we go. And y'all remember that line I was drawing out on my trend line yesterday when I was looking at my 30-minute and was trying to figure out how high we was gonna go yesterday. Look how we played off of that 686 and fell right back underneath my trend line. See that? That was damn near. Look how I did damn near a good job drawing that trend line out yesterday. Y'all was with me when I was making it. See that? I mean, it was damn near a good setup. Damn near good, and then played right off of that yellow trend line right back on down. So, 30-minute time frame. Yep, 686. That's gonna be the breakout. That's gonna be the area we need to break in order to get back up towards those all-time highs. So 686 back down to the 682s. But y'all see even on my 30-minute time frame how clean cut it is, how I got everything set up like neat. I mean, you can see through the the uptrend, and you can also see the price level. And I mean, so like I said, I always try to put everything together as much as possible. Now, let's see. Now, okay. Now, I ain't gonna lie. One thing that I was like, man, okay, if we do stay underneath 682, could we see? Okay, let me ask you guys this. Let me see if y'all can answer this. Just say, for instance, we would fall back underneath 682, right? Back down to the 678, 71s. What pattern could you possibly see? I mean, I'm looking. I can see it, but I want to ask you. I want to ask chat this. If we were to fall back, let's just say it was to happen, we were to fall back underneath 682, pull back down towards 678, 71 level. What possible pattern that could set itself up? What possible pattern could see? What pattern do y'all see? And I'm gonna put that. And I'm gonna put the little line. Hold up. From this range to this range. All right. So what pattern could you possibly see? If push came to shove, and we fell back underneath the 682, what pattern could we possibly see? Is my thing in the error again? Oh God, here we go. The error on this OBS. What does OBS be driving me nuts as well? See, we're pulling back on calls, so we can't do that right now. Yeah, right here, guys. What pattern could we possibly see? What pattern could possibly be setting up right here? From these bottoms to this level to this level. Again, if we were to crack underneath that 682.50, 682, and fall all the way back down towards this price point here, what pattern could possibly form? What pattern? I'm just asking you guys this. What pattern do you see on my chart right here? Nadia, Aussie I know you're driving. I don't want you doing that. Teller, anybody else? What pattern do you possibly see that could possibly form? From this level here, right here in this range. What pattern can you possibly see? Y'all see it? If like I said, push came to shove, possible head and shoulders pattern. If we were to fall back underneath that 682, back down to that level of 687, 71. I ain't gonna lie. Something else I do kind of see that's setting up though. I do see something else. Yeah, I mean no, and you do have a cup too.
Inverse head and shoulders.
Yeah, you do have a head and shoulders. But I do see that cup too. That was not a shout out to you because I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna say that too. I definitely was gonna say that too. I don't know if you see what we see, but I do see a possible like big old inverted cup setting up. Yeah. Nah, you right on that, Nadia. So I do see that. Like the start of a possible cup right here. If they can stay underneath that 86, I mean, I could see that. As these days come in, especially Thursday, Friday, we start to see those high low bills. I could start to see that cup too. I do see it. Yeah. Because you got the bottoms here. Right around 61.81. These very bottoms we first started at. That was that Friday's dump. And then I do see this move on up. But yeah, if they can hold 86, keep those buyers underneath and actually start to pull back down, I mean, I could start to, I could start to see that. Like, I could start to literally see that. So, yeah, but yeah, no. Shout out to you, Nadi. You did call it out. Shout out to you. I gotta give you love on that. I gotta give you a shout out on that. So you do see what I see too. So it's slowly setting up. I mean, I know we haven't got all the way back to 86, but I see that too for future preferences. So I do see that too, though. But let me give you some love on that, though. Yeah, so shout out to Nadia for calling that out. Shout out to you, Queen. And also with the head and shoulders too, Taylor. Shout out to you too, Queen. So but y'all see those patterns, correct? Once we start to lose momentum. See, I'm gonna tell you something else that can start it. Okay, y'all notice how I always talk about. What's up, Blair? What's up, boss?
What up, fam? CNH on Lily for me.
Okay, I got you. So, okay. I see something else too. We're starting the day. But it all depends. I'm going to tell you what I see. Instead of y'all guessing it. I do see a somewhat of a downtrend setup that could form too as well. Where you're starting to go down in $2 increments. 86. 84. Back down to 82s. Where you can do this. Go from these. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I do see that too as well. See right here? From 86, 84s, 82s, something like that to that nature. Especially once you crack back underneath it. Especially, like I said, look like we're building lower highs versus higher lows. Because we still haven't got back up to 86. Still having trouble at 84. So I'm going to keep this on watch. Because you can see right here. You can clearly see like a lower high build. $2 down, $2 increments. You can clearly see 86, 2, 84, 2. Yeah, we fall back down. Let's just say we do crack 82, back on down. Then what's gonna turn into resistance? 82. So you're gonna have 84, 86, 84, 82. So that'll start a downtrend. So I'm gonna keep it on watch to see where we go. I'm gonna watch this level to see. I'm gonna see where we go. Cause I mean, we are getting our first red candle after this bullish movement we had. So we're going to watch this 84 level to see if we're going to hold or will we break out. Now, like I said, the reason why, because we're underneath that 200-day moving average that can act as a strong resistance. So not only do you have 84 and this trend line, you also have that 200-day moving average. So that means that if we want to see that definite pushback to the upside, those buys going to have to hold 84, push up towards 84.50 up to 85 when we can actually start to get that successful reversal back up. But even with that being said, you're going to have a strong resistance where? 86. So keep this on watch. Definitely keep this on watch. So you see here you're having a little bit of trouble. Where we at right now? We down. What is this? Yeah, we're 84. Still having a little bit of trouble at 84. So let's make another line and go here. 84. Right where you're getting rejected at. So we're looking at it from a $2 standpoint. $2 increment standpoint. So let's do this. So you got the bottoms of 82. You got the mid areas of 84, and you got the tops of 86. So, let's go ahead and colorize it. We'll just say 82 is going to be bottom at this moment. So, we'll just say 82 is bottom. We'll put yellow for, mid area. That'll be 84. And then we'll do tops resistance, red, of course, of 86. So, bam. There you go. So, there go your range. See that? Bottom's 82 recovered, struggling right at 84. What you can see, 84 can act as support and resistance, and then you got these tops as of now, 86. So let's see what we get though. Let me take this line off because I mean we can see a downtrend. We all need all that. I mean y'all can see what y'all own eyes. So let's see what's gonna happen. Will we get that breakout and push, or will we get stalled out at 84 and pull right back on down? So let me ask you guys this. So what do y'all think is gonna go? What's gonna take place from this level? So what do y'all think? What do y'all think we'll go from here? Do you think that we will get that in due time, get that breakout of 84 and get that push back up to 86? Or do you think 84 is gonna be the secondary top for that possible pullback down to 82? So what are y'all thinking? 84 breakout or stay below 84? Because you got to keep in mind, that's going to be, based off of this range, that's going to be your pivot. Above 84, you can see upside. Below 84, possible more downside, and that's going to continue that downtrend setup. That's going to do this. Bam, bam, bam. It's going to do that. That'll build another. That again, higher low bill, higher low bill. So, what do y'all think? Because again, I want to ask y'all. I want to ask you, ladies, and I want to ask y'all too, and fellas. I want to ask y'all what y'all think. Could we see that 84 breakout, or will we get rejected and actually pull back down? Man, I would have had a good trade on that, man. I would have had the right damn contract, man. Like that 80. The one. Let me see how it's looking now. And I'm pretty sure it's still looking crappy. I had the wrong contract, man. It didn't have no volume to it. Let me see if it's still not moving. Nope. Still ain't moving. But the one for tomorrow definitely had a lot more volume. That's the one I should have just. Damn, man. I would have been up already. I mean, like I said, I had the wrong contract for me. Damn, wrong contract, didn't have no volume to it. No volatility to it. So let's see what we get, guys. Matter of fact, let's do this. Ooh. Let's look at it from both standpoints. Call standpoint and a put standpoint. This is my puts. Right? So that's the 82. So right now, we know we're pulling back on the puts. That means you should be going up on a call. So let's see. Because puts was doing pretty well this morning while calls are coming back on down. Because you got to remember, I flipped my charts upside down, look at it from both standpoints. So, okay. Let's see. I know we're getting into a tight wedge, into a tight wedge. But we got to get above that 200-day moving average for sure to get this continuation push. We know that we got it right above our heads. That's going to be a strong indicator. Right above our heads. Can we get the breakout? Is the question. So let's see. And then if you think about it, look. On the call side is above you. On the put side is underneath you. So one is acting as a resistance and the other one is acting as support. So that's going to be the $1 million question what's about to happen. So that means if you get a hard rejection on down, that means your put should be bouncing right back on up. So let's see what we get. Still trying to go for this push. Trying to go for the push back up. Keep in mind, 84, guys. 84. But we need, where's that 200 at right now?
$CRCL looks interesting at this price point. Dropped quite a lot from the ADH of $300.
Man, what was the last time I seen CRCL? CRCL. Where we at right now, price-wise? 80. We in the 89s? CRCL. Oh, matter of fact, let me look at my 12-hour time frame too, boss. Let me see. How, where's the lows, though? We just starting to get that bounce back up now after dropping. Let me see. Hold up. Let me take a look at the legendary. I got you, boss. Hold up. Let's take a look at CRCL real quick. I'll take that off. All right, CRCL. Do I have a 180 on this? Yeah, I do. Oh, shoot. Jeez Louise. I didn't realize I still had all this on there. Good Lord. That's how long it's been since I've been watching it. I ain't make no adjustment to them damn lines. So let's see CRCL. Oh, that's the furthest it go? Oh, yeah, because I think it's fairly new. So we need to, especially if we want to see some good bounces. Let me see what these bounces at. Back this way. So I know we cracked below one area there. That was around 11, 13. One area that held, and then we had this other area that's way to the bottom, all the way off corner to the right. What is that? 64. Yeah, down here. So let me take all these lines off, boss. I do apologize. That's when I was just trying to understand all these levels when we was on the upside. So let me go ahead and clear all this off. I do apologize about that. I do apologize about all these lines. I'll put
Mario 357 DMB says CRCL lockup period is ending on December 2nd. So IPO holders can sell their shares December 2nd. Price will be more than likely sell off leading into it.
Yes, I mean from this 144ish level, 150, 144. Yeah, you started definitely still getting this dump on down.
Gotcha. Thank you for
yeah, no problem at all, boss. Yeah, so right now, oops, I'm gonna do all that. Stop. Yeah, so right now you just been on this bearish rally still. Coming on down to these low key areas. I mean you can see it kind of in the corner on this side where we started off at, which was around $64. Then you had that massive bounce back on up. Right now, where we at right now, 89. So in order for us to get, to definitely get that move back up, I mean, we definitely want to recover back into, get back into that 100 zone, $100 zone, back into these levels here. Let me see if I see some other levels besides that one. I mean, I see this little bounce that happened right here. They all in the corner because this stock is fairly new, so they don't have like a big fullback. What was this? 113.16. I'm gonna just move it down to see what this bounce at right here. Yeah. So yep. So we turn support into resistance. Yep. Pulling back on down. Now from that level back down to these levels. So yeah, definitely taking this just huge dump on down. So let me see. I'm gonna try to map it out as much as I can, boss. Let me see. Yeah, so we're no longer holding that level, so we're falling back on down, still on this bearish rally. Still got this downtrend like setup still taking place. So no recovery yet though. No recovery yet. This bad boy still dumping. Yeah, still dumping on down. Still selling off. I think CRWV was doing the same thing too, if I'm not mistaken. CRWV was doing that. Was having a dump. Yep. CRWV was having a dump. Yep. Cause when we underneath that 78. I'm sorry, 87.
The Legendary says it's a legit ass company like PLTR.
Yeah, and
PLTR's IPO.
Yeah, and Legend.
Eventually break below it.
Yeah, you notice that too? Like CR
will do that as well.
Yeah, you notice CRW. Yeah, look, it's doing already. It's been doing that. Look at that.
Yes, interested in CRW.
Yeah,
as well.
if you notice that it's making a cup already, an inverted cup. So that mean, look where your bouncing area was at, around 87, or around this 87 level, and you got that move back on up. However, if you go crack, we stay underneath that. Look how much room you still have to fall back down this way. So if CRWV can crack, let me I just want to clean it up a little bit better. I did. So yeah, so we crack underneath that 87 right here, where we bounced at before. Turn that support into resistance. Look how much room we had to fall back down, back to these old key levels. Right into the like 64 levels.
For CRWV.
Oh yeah.
$64 is a huge support.
Yeah, right here when I had that up. Right here we had this high day. Yeah, and I agree with you. Yep. Look what my price point is at, 64. Yep. So that means if you get that dump underneath this 87, look how much room you have to fall all the way back down to get that continuation drop. So yeah, and I agree with you 110% that we could fall all the way back down, towards the possible mid 60s. I mean, this bad boy it's just been still on a bearish dump. I mean, just dumping. I mean, think about it. Look how much money you still could have been making on that. I mean, even if you didn't hold it long term, just scalping. You could, still been scalping on the downside. I mean, if this cracks on down, still a scalping opportunity. You can either hold it, as long as you stay underneath that 87 on down, or if you want to scalp it on down. I mean, however you want to do it. But as long as that downtrend plays itself out, there's still money to make on the downside. So we just got to take out this level here that's been holding it, which is around right here, around 87, and we can take this level out. I mean, you can definitely get that dump, because especially if you're going short, what you want to avoid is a bounce. You want to avoid a red to green move back on up towards the upside. You definitely want to get this candle to close below and get this dump on down. Matter of fact, where did that first 1 o'clock candle close out at? Did we close below that? Nope. We closed right close to it. What was the close on this? So we still was above 87. So yeah, just watch this level very carefully, legendary. Watch this level very carefully. Like, be careful with going in puts too low, to not get trapped, to see a buy's gonna try to hold, because this level been holding up pretty strong. So, as far as going in on a put, definitely just wait for that crack underneath that 87, till we can start. I mean, I know we're cracking it right now, but we definitely want to get some good strong pullbacks. 86.50, 86, because you want to get away from it. You want to get away from it. You don't want to give buyers the chance to reclaim it and try to, push it back up. So you definitely, I know right now we're only about, 30 cents away from that 87. 87. So we want to start seeing 87.50s, 87.40s, I said 87, sorry, 86.50, 86.40s, and on down. See, right here, see how you keep trying to go back to 87? Because buyers, they're trying to move back up to it. You want to get away from it. So that's why you don't want to get caught in a possible bear trap if they do tend to hold it and push up. Again, however, we want to see.
The Legendary says, looking at these for long-term plays.
Okay. So if you look at that for long-term plays, just make sure you stay underneath that 87. 87, we definitely want to make sure you stay underneath that for that possible pullback down to the 80s, all the way back down to the 70s, where we can pull back down to that mid-60s, where we can get that nice channel pullback this way, get that nice drop on down that way. So yeah, So but just be mindful that be mindful of 87. Be mindful of 87 though, because you might have buyers sitting here trying to, because and another reason why I'm saying this is because I did go on stock Twitch yesterday, and it was a lot of them that was talking about bulls. They was bullish. So psychologically, a lot of them trying to buy in right here. So we definitely want to get that candle to yank this way, because we want to get away from this level. We want to get away from it. Definitely get away from 87. Start seeing some lower prices.
57.48 says HNS.
On what stock, Queen? I mean, with the CRWV, I see a big ass cup. I mean, legendary. You see that too? This big old inverted cup. You see it? Look on CRWV. Look right here, boss. 87. Look right there. Ooh, I see an inverted. Ooh, I see an inverted cup on CRWV. Ooh, y'all see that? Look at that inverted cup, baby. Damn. So that means if you were to get a pushback on up, going for that handle, you could go for that harder slam back down. So, cause that's what the. Let's see. Cause if they were to try to push back on up, I mean, look for that 102 for that possible move back on down. That'll be the handle to that bad boy for that nice dump. But I do see the cup though. I do see that cup for sure. That cup is right there in front of us. Look at that. Got an inverted cup right in front of us. So that's why I was telling you to be careful on that 87. Just in case they try to bounce it back up real quick and then get rejected back on down. But if we do crack it, I mean, you can play it. I mean, we do crack it. We want to start seeing some lower prices. We want to start to see 85s. Back down to the 80s, down to 75, because we want to get away from 87. Because we don't want to give those buyers a chance or confidence to say, oh man, we're going back on up. We want to shatter their dreams. Like if they're piling in right here, thinking that, oh man, we're gonna bounce from 87 back on up. We want to put fear in them. So we want to take out 87, basically throwing it in their faces like, man, you just handed us your shares, we're reversing. So we want to definitely strike fear in them. But I do see a cup though. A big old cup right in front of us. What if CRCL has that? Because we see it on CRWV for sure. But watch that level right here. What about CRCL? Let's see. CRCL. Nah. Well, look like you already had a cup that already happened. Oh, yeah, it already happened. CRCL cup already happened. Right. I know it's ugly to read. I mean, yeah, it's kind of ugly. But you did have like a little inverted cup and handle pad on that one too. So that's why that drop happened, because the handle. Then you drop right underneath that 103 and then you yanked all the way back on down. Yeah, so that was a little inverted cup and handle pattern, right? So that was the price of what that happened around. Let me move it up a little bit. So that price point was around right about here. So he made a cup, ran on up, got rejected, then he yanked back on down. Then that went from support to resistance, then got a further pullback. That was like right underneath 110. Right underneath 110. So I see it. Yeah, 110. Let me see. Yep, 110. 110 was once support. Now turn into resistance as they bounce back on up. Caught him right here. Would have been a good entry on the put side for a 110 resistance. Ride that bad boy on down, because you'd have been up shit from 110 to 100. You'd have been already up $10. And then where we at right now? 88. Oh man, you'd have been up almost. Jeez Louise. Imagine that, man. Legendary. Imagine catching that bounce on up right here, this resistance for that next leg on down. Oh, that'd have been sweet. That'd have been definitely sweet. That'd have been a great entry on CRCL. Great entry on that one. Because you could, like say, long term, you could have just been holding that at 110 and just riding that bad boy, riding it back on down. This upper level, that was around what was this? 145. Well, what was this? 145ish. Or 146. Somewhere in this bracket where you had this one. And then you dumped back on down. I think it was 146, I think. Let me see.
The legendary says, yeah, classic break and retest.
Yeah, and then boy, and that's the beautiful boy. I love those retests. Especially if you playing the right side of momentum too, downtrend setup. I mean, pull back bounce, pull back bounce, pull back bounce. I mean, you see it like I see it, boss. Even on the upside, when you get those, pull back. I said pull back bounce. Drop up to the bounces pullback. That's what I meant to say. I meant to say pullback bounces on the uptrend. Pullback bounce. That's what I meant to say. But if you think about it, all you do is make a big gigantic cup. Even with this, I mean, it's ugly as hell, but you made a big cup. Or if you want to look at it, almost like a head and shoulders pattern. Shoulder, head, shoulder. I mean, you can see it like that too as well. You can see a head and shoulders. Definitely head and shoulders. Right about here. Shoulder, head, shoulder, and you dump. So that was another way to look at it. But yeah, man. But you see but legendary. You see all these patterns though too, boss. You see all these patterns I'm seeing too. That can lead to a lot of. So you see what I see too. So it's a lot. And right now, as far as SPY guys, look at this. Still getting rejected on these price points. Still at 84. Still getting rejected. So just keep that on watch. We still, again, can this downtrend commence? I mean, again, as long as we stay on these 84, back on down to 82, let's just keep it on watch. So still no breakout yet. I don't see no healthy setup just yet. I mean, we are consolidating, but nothing healthy where buyers gonna step in and just like blow this bad boy, out the roof like we did yesterday. See a little bit more downside than upside, like a little bit more just weakness on the buying side. From 80s, like I said, from 86 back down to 84, so you didn't drop down $2 already. Now putting you back in this range of 84 to 82. And look, bam, what I said. Man, you can't make this up, baby. You can't make this up. 84, look at this. Bam, 84, killing it. Look at this, back on down. I told y'all we could possibly start a little downtrend. Now, what level do we need to take out before we get there? Oh, yeah, we're going to need to take out, what was that Primo called out? Yeah, the 8280. 8280 for sure. Because 8280 was resistance, the area that we had trouble before the breakout. So watch this level as we pull back down. And it's going to line up right with my trend line. So watch this key level here as we pull back down slowly towards that possible area of 83 down to 8280. And that's the reason why I have that line, because this was resistance early this morning. Ran up, got rejected. Ran up, got rejected until we broke above it. So watch this key level as we pull back down this way. So just keep it on watch. Now, if they can hold it, we can definitely see a higher low build. From these bottoms now creating a new bottom. But if we do crack it, that means we're coming right back down towards 82. So just keep it on watch. Anything else, guys, we need to go over? Anything else? I mean, I know AMD still, I mean, it's a little. Man, and I'm going to tell you something else I caught that caught my eye, too. Because I know yesterday, I know a lot of us talking about choppiness. But I had to take a step back, and I realized the overall pattern on what could have been a smart entry yesterday, despite the choppiness. Like, I didn't realize it until, afterwards. And again, I wasn't paying attention to it, and I'll show y'all. Let me show y'all my 5-minute time frame. So what I did was I took Monday and Tuesday's play, and let me go back a little bit. Where you could have saw the overall pattern, from Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday, on how we could have made, we could have, had some good entries, right? All right, so you clearly see this uptrend, right? You clearly can see this uptrend right here. Now, this is the area that I like. And this is something I noticed when it's, to me, when it's a good time to buy, like especially in the early areas of intraday. So I noticed that, okay, after I was in pre-market, right? This was day before yesterday. We went on this nice little downtrend, right? You had a nice little coast from, 2 sessions after I was pre-market, right? So you came on down, coasting on down. This was the area that we was complaining about that was all choppy. But what went over a lot of us heads was we didn't realize that the chopping was occurring was because those buyers were trying to hold off of this old breakout level, or this old resistance level, which they utilized from resistance now to support. See, that's where your choppiness came in, because buyers buyers would refuse to let the sellers crack below it. That's why you had a lot of up and down. But if we looked at this overall level here, all they did was just take this old level here that was strong resistance, now turn this bad boy into strong support, right? Because once you came back on down, this was a possible buying opportunity for this bad boy to move his way right back on up. Same thing today. All they did was just take this old breakout level here, go this way. So as we ran on up at the 86s, you came on down. Yes, we did get a little dip below, the 82s, but look what we recovered. 82, right? old breakout level, old resistance level, turn resistance into support, and then you got that nice move back to the upside. Now you see it, but you see how they all connected together Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. You see that on how to catch, like how to understand the plays or the next possible movement. So you realize that. So after this dump on down, like I said, we held right above 78.90. This old breakout or this old level here, resistance, going into Tuesday, support. Then this level here, going into today, old resistance level here, support, right back on up. So I mean, it's like once you start to put them together, like connect them like Legos, you can kind of understand the overall thing. So that means Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday, we've been on this somewhat of this little uptrend. Now the reason why we're having a little bit of trouble is because we know we're gonna have strong resistance sitting around 86, and which we did. How did we figure out 86? Remember, we went back to the past and realized that was the strongest levels. So we go back a little bit, as I was talking, about this earlier, and take the same range, 82, 86, red to green, and go back a little bit to the past. What was those areas that made a little bit more sense that we talked about when we talked about 82, 86? I know it was all choppy as hell, but we had a way better setup. Was it my 30-minute time frame that stood out a little bit better than this? Because it was something that we was looking at now, and I called it out from yesterday. I said, guys, we could go from 82 to 86. Because you remember, I went back a little bit to say where the strongest resistance was going to occur at. And you can see 86, 86, and that was in the past. That was October. That was the end of October, going into November. I want to say it was my 30-minute that had more of a cleaner setup on this level. Let me see. Let me try to flip it to 30 minutes real quick, if that's what it was. 30. Let me go to my 90-30 real quick. Oh, let me see. Go back. Because one of them had more of a cleaner cut, like a cleaner setup to that. Well, we called it out completely. Was it my 30-minute? Let me see. 89. Yep, and then these bounces from 82, 86. But it was something, man, I don't know. I should have sworn it was another level I seen that was like, they had more of a cleaner cut to it. That showed the actual, like, that's when I called it out. Oh, I think it was here. Yeah, okay, 82 to 86. And then we broke above 86, then ran up to these highs. Okay. And then fell back underneath 86, back down to the 82s, then cracked 82s down. Okay, so it was something like to that nature. It was something to that nature. Then right here was 82, 86, fell back on down. I mean, right there was, it was telling you like the price of the rotation that we was gonna move to, going into today or yesterday into today. 82, 86, 86 to 82. Oh, you see what I did, guys? All I did was just take the pass and just, kind of figured it out. I called, the breakout level on how high we could push up to. Even though we didn't get it yesterday and after hours, we got it in pre-market, but we still hit that target level. We talked about 86. 86, back down to 82. Now, the only difference is on this one, though, it just does look a little bit weaker. That's the only difference. That's the only thing. You're getting hammered underneath that 84. See, here, you had a clean cut from after hours pre-market when you went red to green and buy, you step back on into the next level. See, yesterday's after hours in this morning pre-market, you didn't go down, you went straight up. So here, you got to keep in mind, the day before yesterday, you was already going down from after hours in pre-market that day for a possible bounce back on up. But yesterday and this morning, we already started up. So that's the thing. You already started up instead of down. So that's what's making me kind of question, like, now that we're doing the opposite of what we had today, which, the day before yesterday, where we had a cleaner setup, going into this time, instead of going down, you're going up. It's like, could that lead to, to a possible pullback? And plus, if we do, all right, guys, based off my 30-minute time frame, again, what patterns could you kind of see? Possible patterns that you can kind of see. I know we on this uptrend, but even if you look at it from a put standpoint, like what patterns could you possibly see that could form? I see two of them. I definitely see two possible patterns that can form. Let me go back a little further back. Good Lord. I mean, if this bad boy, I mean, I see one side of a big old cup, especially if you get topped out. Oh boy. I mean, if that was to occur, because you got one half of this side, you got one half of this side, one, like going up on this mountain. You already know the left side is always green, always the bullish side, and then when you start to reverse back on down, is that bearish side.
Creamer Blunt says.
Yeah.
Inverse cup and handle.
Yeah, boss. I see. Well, you know, based off of these two right here, like the area that we in, and especially if that 86 holes. I mean, I do see we do have an inverted cup and handle pattern. I mean, especially if we start topping out at 86 and start to, create the cup, the bottom of the cup, but upside down, and then start to come back this way. I can see that. I do see like somewhat of a little head and shoulders pattern too. Especially if we fall back underneath 82. Because we got a shoulder here, 8882. Then you got the head up here at 86. And if we were to fall back down underneath 82, that could be like a right shoulder. So I do see that too. But I do see this big old cup though. I do see this big old cup right here. That I do see that. I definitely see that. I mean, from these bottoms, that's all the way down, 662? When we first started, that was Friday. Yeah, Friday's bottoms. All the way up. So, okay, so let's do this. Let's play Friday for Friday. So we know what last Friday's bottoms was at. Where is Friday's tops gonna be? Because we got, 2 more days left? Thursday and Friday, right? So, if this doesn't break out and it just consolidates, where you're getting hammered, could we actually start to reverse back down going to, as next week is approaching? Something like here, you're already going up, but something like here where we just get hammered, and back on. Like I said, I do see a little head and shoulders right here. But the only thing that's holding, what's stopping is that 82. What the hell was that? What's stopping is 82, 682. See, right now you're still battling. You're still battling around 684. So we still haven't got the 684 breakout yet. You're still kind of in that bottom range. So okay, remember, you in a $4 range? $4 range. So you got the bottoms of 84 to 82. And then you got the tops of 84, 86. So $2 down, $2 up. So as long as you stay underneath 84, then 9 times out of 10 we could possibly pull back down to 82s. If we can get a break above 84, then we know where buys are going. It's going back towards 86. So we know that for sure. Now if they can break above 86, then yes, we could push back up towards those all-time highs close towards 690. We know this. But as of now, we're in this range from Tuesday into Wednesday. Tops and bottoms, because we have yet to successfully crack and we have yet to successfully break out. So right now we're in this little range. This $4 range between 82, 86. So the question is, where we're gonna go from here as Thursday and Friday rolls in. I know we got data coming out tomorrow. I think we got CPI data, initial jobless claims, and there's something else that's coming out. And then you gotta think about it, guys. This is gonna be our first jobless claims ever since the shutdown. So not knowing what's gonna happen with that, whether it's gonna strike fear, because at one point they said the job numbers wasn't good. So we haven't seen a jobless claim since the shutdown. So I wonder if we're gonna actually have jobless claims tomorrow, or if they're gonna push it back again. See, that's the $1 million question. And it's like the more they keep pushing it back, that's gonna possibly strike fear in the people in due time. Cause especially with the not knowing the numbers, and from what I've been hearing, it's been negative. So, So right now we're in the range. So right now, it's right now we're in the range, because I don't want nobody overthinking. So I'm trying to help you guys out right now. Right now we still on this little uptrend, but we are getting hammered at 84. So we already got this top here at 86, back down to 84, kind of creating somewhat of a lower high build. When you're starting to show a little bit more weakness than strength, because you're not back up to these highs. You got this high here and a lower high here, which is showing a little bit of weakness. So that's the thing. Because we from Friday to Mondays, you had all these upside. Friday upside, Monday upside, Tuesday upside. Now Wednesday is starting to hesitate just a little bit. So already from Monday to what? From Friday to Monday-ish, you ran up from 682. So pretty much you went on a $20 run, to be honest. From Friday to Monday was $20 already. From 682 to 682, 662 to 682 was already $20. $20 up. That's gonna be interesting. Cause say for instance we do crack 82. Let's just say we fall back on 82. Can you imagine us falling back down towards these? I mean, $20 up, like, well, not including these tops, but right here, and $20 back on down. Yeah. So something's gonna happen. Something's gonna take place. But I do see an impossible inverted cup. I do see that coming. A possible cup that could. Matter of fact, let's look at the 5-year chart too to see some confirmation on that too. Let me look at my 5-year chart too. So I'm gonna keep you guys updated though. Right now we're still battling 84. Still 84. You still got that 200-day moving average above your head though. Keep that in mind. Let's see. Let's look at the 5-year chart. Cause I know a pullback, like a strong ass pullback is coming in due time. I know it is. And we right there testing my trend line once again. And as I stated, guys, the last time we hit that red trend line.
Can Epo please check $LL?
Yeah, oh yeah, I got you, Queen. I got you. So yeah, last time we hit that red trend line was in 2021 and 2022. Right here, guys. 2021, 2022, where we got rejected, crossing over into the new year, where we had a year pullback. Yeah, I got you, Queen. I'm gonna check it out. But you see, and look how strong that pullback was. Well, it had a whole entire year pullback. Now, the only thing that concerns me with SPY, I'm just being honest. I'm just gonna be 110% honest, is that we pushed, right? But we never got that strong pullback bounce like we got at the beginning of 2025, right? Because you remember last time, let's go back a little bit. Let me, oops, not my volume. I meant to pull down my. So I meant to pull this down. And I'm gonna push this over a little bit. I don't need this right now. Move this over. Alright, so I can focus more on the whole entire chart. Okay, so let me draw this out for those who don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so right here, 480, right? 480 was your 2021-2022 pullback. Then you went from 2022 to 2023, which led to that cup and handle breakout, right? That was right there, 480. Going into 2024, 2023, 2024, I'm sorry, you went on this continuation push, right? From 2024 to 2025, you got that massive pullback. But where did you pull back to? 480, which caused buyers to step in. And also you got that green trend line bounce. Then you got that massive move back on up, right? After you had that major pullback. Now, as we are in 2025 crossing over to 2026, the only thing I'm questioning myself on is we have never got that pullback to this old breakout level, which was here. That created that pullback at the beginning of, 2025 that caused us to pull all the way back down to 480, right? That's the old breakout area. See, we've been going up, but we never got to pull back down to retest that to see if we're going to go, bounce and move back up to the upside or fall back below it. But we never got yet to test that area. So think about it. We're just going up, and we never got that healthy pullback just yet. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, as this is still holding up and we're going into some tough, possible tough areas, could we see a repeat of 2025, of 2021, 2022? 2025 to 2026, kind of like we got here, up toward the end of the year and then dropped at the beginning of the new year, up at the beginning of this year. Right here, could we see a reversal at the beginning of 2026? See, I wonder if we get a rinse and repeat on that. See, that's why I'm just trying to figure out where we going. Because again, we never got that pullback to retest this old breakout zone just yet. Now, we would have got that, this pullback bounce. That'd have been understandable. I get that. With more buyers can step in and you go for, much of a harder push. That's understandable. Because you get more buyers to step in and going for a harder push back up, now breaking out of this is the possible little key level. That's understandable. But we have yet to pull back down even towards that 50 SMA to even test this key level. Because look where your 50 SMA is sitting at. Lining up right with that 610 and right with this old resistance zone. See that? So from here to here, We never came back down and actually retested. So that's why I'm thinking, like, how much higher can we actually go or hold before we do get that possible pullback in due time? Because I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I can't say when. I'm just being honest with you. Because think about it. This pullback happened in 2021, 2022. We didn't see this price until 2025 when we finally got that pullback down to it. But we came back to that number, didn't we? To this old breakout level, didn't we? Had that strong pullback, didn't we? So now let's utilize that same theory going up this way. We got this new breakout zone, and ran on up, but we never got to pull back down and retest it. So that's the $1 million question. If we could get this one, 480, from this $610 480, when we gonna get this pullback down from this level back down to 610? See, that's what I'm trying to figure out, is when that pullback is gonna occur. Like when is that heavy pullback coming? That heavy pullback, heavy pullback coming. Cause you gotta utilize this as, think about it. You gotta treat this 610 like a magnet, because think about it. You leave from it, you return to it. You leave from it, you return to it, correct? That's on the downside. Now we're on the upside to it. So I feel like we're going to pull back like a magnet to this in due time. Because this is like a big old pivot point, like a big old magnet. Because, look how it acted from here to here. You fell from underneath it, but then you return back to it and then went for a bigger push. But we haven't retested back down toward the downside, where now we can see here, it yanked it up. We haven't got that yank down to it yet, is what I'm saying. So we haven't got the pullback to it yet. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. That's the only thing I'm trying to figure out this time. We haven't got that yank back to it. And that's why I'm watching this strong trend line. Because like I said, the last time we hit this level, guys, was in 2021, 2022. That was the last time we seen that red trend line being hit, when we had that massive sell-off, right? Now we hitting that same exact line, 2025, 2026. We hitting that trend line again. And we still have yet to pull back to retest this six. Now, y'all get y'all get where I'm coming from, or where I'm trying to get at. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, we got this nice uptrend, but we haven't pulled back down to get a little downtrend into, again, to retest to see how strong this 610 is going to be for a possible bounce back up. To me, that would be understandable and more reasonable. Like I said, if we was to get a rejection from here, and I miss you too, sweetheart. Well, my daughter just texted me. I miss you too, mommy. So think about it. I could understand if we would have did this, right? Let me move it right to the. Let me make it a little bit more clear. Sorry about that. I could see if we would have got this, then this. I can understand more upside coming, because we already recovered. More buyers are stepping back in. We got more of an aggressive move. That's understandable. But we haven't got the pullback yet. All we've been doing ever since this 610 breakout, up. And also, let's also check how high are we on that RSI. That's another thing. Let's not forget. RSI, where we at on that? We are getting into that overbought range slowly. Where you have a lot of, because see, last time we got this oversold level was when we fell down here in the early areas of 2025. See right here. That's when we got that nice sell-off, that cool-off period, where we got these bottoms for that nice move right back on up towards, from the 30s back up to the 70s. That's when we had that drop. But notice, we haven't got a clean drop yet. We just been going up. We had this small little pullback, then bounce. But it's still sitting around this overbought area on spot. We haven't got that cool-off yet. We had a cool-off here before. I think that was this. That was the last time we had a cool-off here. And then early 2025, we had this cool-off session. So that's why I'm like, how much can we keep holding before we actually get that cool off? Because you gotta think about it, guys. The market is not gonna keep going up forever. It's gonna have a period where you're gonna have a cool off period. It's coming. Right now, yeah, we're bullish, but you gotta keep in mind, guys, the market is gonna pull back, and nothing is wrong with that, because a healthy pullback is great, because I would rather buy low than buy high. Think about it. As this drop happened, think of how many buyers stepped in at 480, and then from 480, you find your way back up to 600. So think about that. So right here was a cool off. You ran on up after we broke out of this 480, that held us in 2021, 2022. We broke on out, 610, we cooled on off. Back down to 480. Then buy stepped in at 480, pushed it back up to 610, and then got that massive push. Why? Because buy stepped in, we went on a bullish rally. But like what I'm saying, from here to here, we haven't got that healthy pullback yet. So that's what I'm like, okay, when will we get this cool off session on SPY where we'll pull back down and so forth? So now y'all get what I'm getting at? Now you get what I'm saying? And you see, bam. Can't make this up, bro. Like, it's just, you see, 84 still getting rejected. What we talked about on the 5-minute time frame and 30-minute time frame. What we getting rejected? 84, right? 86, 84, $2, $2, we were losing leverage. See what I told you? See? Why would I lie to y'all? And again, look at the setup. Still on this downtrend setup. Bam. Bam. See? Why would I lie? So let's go ahead and look at it from a downtrend standpoint. I'm gonna still keep my trend line on. Still keep my trend line. Alright, cool. And look at this. Bam. Still on a downtrend setup. Still in instead of an ascending wedge, we're in a descending wedge. So right now, Wednesday is our first red day Wednesday. So how low could we go from this point? The lowest, I mean, I think the areas I had. Look, what, man? Look, you can't make this up. What I told you, 84, right? You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. I told y'all. Question is that we do crack that 80, because you remember that level, Nadia and Jenna. Remember that area you talked about that where you got confused at? We didn't break it. We didn't crack. We didn't get a chance to go to it before. But the question is, can we get to it now? Can we get to it now? You know, we do crack this 682. Finally crack this 682, and those sellers come in aggressive. Can we finally pull back down to yesterday's bottoms, which that would put us back down towards 680, down towards this 678.90 level. See, going off that downtrend, back down this way. I told y'all, 684. How many took the 684s then? Knowing I called it out and I told y'all. How many y'all took it? I said, as long as you stay underneath 684, playing off of this downtrend, lower highs. How many played it? How many played it? How many? Look at that. I told y'all, 684. I told y'all something wasn't looking right. When we looked on that 30-minute time frame, I said, man, it looked it weak. It just looked it off. I said, because what about we fall back underneath 82 and we might have a head and shoulders pattern? So remember that. We want to fall back down. Remember, we got to crack this 82.80 back down to this 82. If we can crack 82, that'll put us right back in his old range. See? Look at the old range before the breakout. What was the old range here? 82. Down towards this 78.90, then back on up. So you know if we crack 80, what we can fall back down to, possibly fall back down to, with just the 80s down to the 79.80. That's this old level here. So, could we crack and fall? Man, it's like an ugly cup and handle pattern too. I mean, without the full cup. Like if you just make a dome, and it would look like a cup and handle. Literally like a cup and handle. Let's see. Oh, let's look at the 30 one more time. Let me go back to my 30-minute time frame. But we did put a piece of the puzzle together, didn't we? We talked about the downtrend setup. That it was showing weakness. 86, 84, going down in twos. See, we did call that out. So we were right on that. We were right for the 84. 86, 84, 84 got rejected. Trend line, downtrend setup. Still look. I mean, we did call it out perfectly. We did call it out. We did call it out. We started to show weakness. Where's my other chart at? Let me see, guys. Where's my 30-minute? Let's see. Let's look at that 30-minute time frame that we just talked about on SPY. Now that we put it back underneath 84. Let's see. All right, underneath 84. Underneath 84, 84, 84. 30 minutes, 30 minutes. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Look at that. Look at that. Could that be the start? Man, which legendary? Jenna, Nadia, Creamer. What y'all think? Could this be like the start of that cup? That inverted cup? Like at 86? Do y'all think that could be the start of that cup? Like that inverted cup coming in soon? I mean, we could definitely see a possible head and shoulders for sure. Right here underneath 82. Because you already got the left shoulder. Then the head at 86. And then back underneath 82, that'll be the right shoulder. So, So what y'all think? What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? Because right, look, I mean, we already getting rejected underneath 84. We already just talked about that. We already getting rejected underneath 84, right? We already clearly talked about it. Pulling back on down. See your 82s is all the way back down here. Look at that 30-minute candle still yanking. 30-minute candle still yanking. Look at that. Ran up to 84. Got rejected. Red to green. I mean, green to red. Right back on down. And look at how the way this is looking. I mean, this is looking hella weak. Even on a 30-minute time frame, still like a downtrend setup. So let's see. So right now, going back to the 5-minute time frame. Back to the 5. Back to the 5. So right now, back underneath the VWAP. Now you have that lower high. You have this high here. Lower high here. Downtrend still setting up. Lost 84. Pull it right back on down. Look like we could possibly pull right back down to 82. So, I mean, look like this downtrend may still commence. I mean, downtrend may still commence. But we could still pull back down even lower. What levels I had on my 12-hour chart? I still got about... And I'll show y'all my 12-hour chart to show y'all to put everything together from all time frames. Show y'all I'm not lying on anything. Look, even on my 12-hour. Y'all told y'all I do my homework, man. I definitely do my homework on these bad boys. Look at this. So, bring this down a little bit. And guys, I got about, I'm assuming I got to leave a little early. Like I said, y'all got me till 2:30. So let's go ahead and go over this real quick. So y'all got me till 2:30. I'm still here. All right, so look. Downtrend setup, right? From these highs, now creating a lower high. And from that trend line, you have room to fall back down to this old area here, which is back down towards that 680 level. From this level, back down towards this 680 to 679 level that we just talked about. So look, first 2 red candles down after this bullish rally. Now 2 red candles stepping in. So with room to come back down to some downside. And you are already getting overextended off the 9 EMA, which you do have room to fall back down to the 9 EMA, which is lined up with the 680. So, with all that being said, could we still get this dump underneath 82? Back down to these lower areas here. So what y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? I'm just asking y'all. What y'all thinking? Oh shoot, I forgot to change my What y'all thinking right now, guys? What's on y'all mind? What y'all game plan? What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? I'm asking y'all for y'all inputs too. So I done went over mine over and over and over. Which I mean, I don't mind doing it. I love you guys. I'm always gonna give y'all the best information I can possibly give. But what are y'all thinking from this point? What are y'all thinking from this point? Now that we still underneath that mid area, out of this range, underneath 84, the bottoms back down towards 82s. So what are y'all thinking? What y'all think? What y'all think? I'm keeping it, like I said, as long as stay underneath that, next key level is gonna be 82. 82 is good. I want to see this arc. I want to see this nice, beautiful arc back down because you still can break above that 200. That's dead. That's dead. Fighting right where that VWAP is at. Fall back underneath the VWAP. That's going to indicate even more bearishness coming because now you're crossing back below the VWAP. Well, we can definitely get a massive yank. So keep that on watch, guys, because it's yeah. What kind? What did I say? 79, right? Let me see how they look. Let me see real quick. What time it is right now? 2. I can still use the same day contracts though. Man, let me see what. Let me look at the. Let me look and see how healthy that damn thing looks. Cause I got food already this morning, which played the crap out of me and messed me up. I mean, which I couldn't. I was in a trade, but it didn't do nothing. Cause they didn't have no volatility to it. Messed me up big time on that crap. All right, let's see. So I do have. And look at this. Ooh, and there you go, guys. Look. From 84, right? Downtrend setup, descending wedge, right? Why would a lot of y'all? Ooh, no it ain't. No it ain't. Take your time to read it, Queen Nadia. How many times we was breaking down the setup going into Wednesday, right? We said Friday uptrend, Monday uptrend, Tuesday uptrend into resistance, which was what? 86. From 86, 84. From 80, remember we was talking about it may look like a cup. It may look like a cup. So, I mean, all we doing now is cooling off, right, Queen? Think about it, because when did the uptrend start? Friday. Because you remember Friday at the beginning of the intraday, we dumped down. We had that strong, massive dump. Remember that was Friday. We dump. Then we had that strong bounce right back on up. We did a massive red to green move that started the rock and roll. That was Friday. Then going into Monday, going into yesterday, all the way up to 86 to Wednesday. So, but I did tell y'all the areas. I said, man, we could go from 82 to 86, right? And then we already hit 86. That was around pre-market. From 86, you started to move your way back down to 82. But right now, it's getting a little weak. So all it did, and you gotta think about it. SPY is overextended already. It's overbought. So what it needs to do is cool off. Because, okay, think about it. All right, think about it, Nadia. Let's go back a little bit. Even from this week. All right, look where we started at, right? Let me go back. I think we started a little bit lower than that. Monday, right? This Monday. Monday's 10, yeah. So Monday we started from these lows, yep, by 676. Then we got back on top of 678.90. 678.90, then we went on that bearish run. On bullish run, right? All you're doing is possibly, and if you look at it, all it does look like almost like an ugly cup and handle pattern, to be honest. It's just like a dent in that damn cup, but it looked like a ugly cup and handle pattern. Like if you was to dome this out, like right here, like do this, it'll look like almost like a inverted cup and handle pattern. Look. Tell me I'm lying out here. If I was to do this, don't it look like an inverted cup and handle pattern? It's just because of this little area here. But if you minus that out, and just because you still come up to 86, back down to the 84s, bounced up to 84, now getting rejected at 84, back down to the 82s. Don't that give off somewhat of an inverted cup and handle pattern? See, like I said, just did it right here, just ugly as hell. But you did run up and now slowly pulling back down. And even if you can't read it like this, just pay attention to the trend line. If you can't see this cup, set a trend line, set a downtrend. Lower highs. That's it. Getting weak. 84. I told y'all, 84 is gonna act as support or resistance. Above it, we'll push back up. Below it, you come back down. Did I not say that? Did I not have my 84 colorized to say on how this was gonna play out? And Nadia, what also did we get rejected by? Creamer, a legendary, Jenna. Also, not only at the 884 did we get what else caused that rejection? What else? What else caused your rejection? What was we talking about earlier? What was we talking about earlier that caused the pullback? That caused the rejection? What was it? Because what did I say was above 84? No, not the VWAP. No. Not the VWAP. Oh, well, no, I got a lot of indicators. You may not know what that is. I do apologize to Aussie. Sorry. This gray line is my 200. My 200 SMA. 200 SMA, right? You remember I was saying that above the 200, it acted as support. Below the 200, it acted as resistance. What did you push up to? So not only did you have resistance at 684, you also had that 200-day moving average right underneath you, or right above you, that caused another rejection that pulled you back on down. So remember I told y'all, watch that 200-day moving average, which I told y'all was lined up right with 684. You remember I told y'all. So again, why did you think? Why? Okay, think about it. Why do you think I called out 84 back up versus 86? As we were moving back on up, why do you think? And then not just that, look at my Discord. My Discord can also prove that too. Think about it. Again, I always got the proof. Let me go to my, you know me, I always back my stuff up. Right here, Aussie and Jenna. Not Jenna, Nadia. What did I tell Jenna this morning? Where is it at? Let me go back to it to show my proof. So I don't lie, you know me, I don't lie about nothing. I always back mines up. When she asked me, where is she at? When she asked me. Where's it at? I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna wait.
Ingrid Ozichik 2202 says, "Gotcha, boss."
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna show you, Queen. Hold up, I got you. Cause I know Jenna had asked me this morning after we had called. Am I on the right? Did I go too high on this? Wait, where am I at? I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. Right here, bam. I got y'all proof right here. And this is Jenna asking me this. Do you think we could see upside on SPY? I said yes. I said as long as we hold that level, which was for 682. I said as long as we hold that level, buyers could push up back up towards the price points of what? 683.50 to 684. Did I say anything about 686? Nope. Why? How did I know specifically to say 683.50 up to 684? How I knew to specifically tell her that towards those price points without overshooting it, without saying 86. I said 84. I said, however, I said we was to crack back underneath 682, then we could pull back down to 680, back down to that 678, 90 level. And that's what I put. So there go my proof. That was at, what time was this? That was at 9:42 in the morning. So that's my proof. What did we run up to? 684, didn't we? So I'm just saying. Just saying. I mean, don't get me wrong. I ain't like a genius of, like, no. I just do my research and I take, again, now the reason why I'm good at what, especially when it comes down to SPY, because I don't jump from stock to stock to stock to stock. You have to understand that I take my time to study SPY and only SPY. Understand the personality of SPY. How does it move? How does it move when economic data is involved? How does it move, when earnings are involved? How does it move on a regular basis? And so forth. And once I start to understand the personality of it, why do you think I was calling these levels? Because I understand the personality of how SPY moves. So, don't get me wrong, and I'm man enough to admit it. I did get a short here, but I overthought. I was a day in early. Thinking it was gonna fall here, but then we wound up reversing and going back on up because I had took my eyes off of that bottom area, and then I told y'all once we went back on up, y'all was with me on my live yesterday. What did I do? I went back into the past, right? I was scrolling. I said, guys, let me see how high we can go. Remember, I started to try to figure it out, and that's when I went back, and that's when I was like, okay, if we're above 82, then we can push up to. I was like, what's the next top areas? I said, damn, we could push up to 86, right? How was I able to call that from yesterday into today? Got above 82. I said, as long as you stay above 82, we got room to possibly push up to 86. Now you're going to pre-market 86, back down to 82. How was I able to figure those two particular price points in general? How was I able to figure that out? All I did was go to the past. And I told you guys, was I selfish to hold it, to myself and say, nah, I ain't telling them nothing. I broke it down with you guys and told you. I said, as long as they're above 82, you have room to push up to 86. We figured it out together. And look what happened. 86, back down to 82. So, I mean, we called it out. And look, from a 3-day uptrend, now finally just getting a little cool off because why? This was a psychological level where sellers are going to sit at. Why? Because if you go back a little bit, where's the area that sellers came in the most aggressive? 86. 86. Right? If you go back this way, where did you reach up to? 86. And then right back on down. Now it didn't create a huge drop, but you hit 86, you still couldn't break above it. So that still shows that sellers are sitting at that area of 86. And then from 86 on down to what? 84. And what's the next area that those sellers gonna try to go for? 82. And then on top of that, if they do, that's gonna complete your what? Cup and handle pattern. And also your descending wedge back down to these lows that we held yesterday. Because you gotta remember, that's that old zone from Monday. Right here. What held for Tuesday? Monday. So we was to crack this 82 level, would it be the next move on down? Towards these old key areas, right? Monday, Tuesday's old key areas. Because that means that we're going to have to come all the way back down. Back on down. 9 times out of 10, buyers may be sitting here, but that will be a possible exit opportunity. Like say for instance, we do crack 684, 682. I mean, and you're riding it on down. I mean, look back down to these areas. 680 down to 670, 78. Why? Because you got to keep in mind, 680 is a whole number. 680 connect to support and resistance, right? That's a whole number where you may see a little bit of, interaction right here on down to these key levels. And look right here, psychologically. You ran up, you got rejected. Psychologically, you held it, ran back on up. So that acted as support. So buyers knew where to get in at, sellers knew where to attack that. So when we do crack and come for a harder pullback, where you think those sellers are going to be trying to pull back to, and where you think those buyers are going to be trying to stop them. But look what's happening. Now we down in the 82s from all the way from 84s. Did I not call it? Told you. So why ever doubt me? I'm trying to do my best to give you guys the right answer to these plays. But yeah, guys, I'm about to soon be heading on out, man. I do have to, it is school days. I keep forgetting about that. I do have to run on out, guys. So if you are trading SPY, keep that in mind. We already fell from that 84. If you got in 84, guys, ride that bad boy down to 82. That's a $2 profit. We do crack 82. Look for that possible move back down to 80s, down to that 78, 90. That's this old key level from Monday and Tuesday, where we can fall back down this way. Keep that on watch. But the next exit or the next jump out is gonna be around 82 to see can we crack it. But from 84 to 82, that's $2. 82 to 84 to 82 is $2 right there. So, and then from 82 to 80, that's another additional $2, and so forth. But yeah, guys, any questions, comments, concerns before I head on out? I mean, I know we didn't broke down everything. I didn't help you guys out. Now you understood the transition after a 3-day run on up. Now you start to see the transition on Wednesday going, and why did we turn? 686 that we talked about since yesterday. I alerted it from 82, 86. You got that 86 rejection right back on down. So there you go. So I'm about to be heading on out, guys. About to be wrapping it on up, man. I definitely appreciate you guys for coming through too, man. Do your boy a favor, man.
Don't forget to
I already did that. Man, Aussie, no problem at all, Queen. You know I got you.
Chick2202 says, as always, thanks, Jay, for your breakdown.
Oh, no problem at all, Queen. No problem at all. Like I said, if you got in at 84, write it down to 82. Write it down to 82. That can be again an exit area. We do crack 82. We know that we possibly pulling back on down to Monday and Tuesday areas. These areas right here. So just keep that on watch. Because that again give you somewhat of like a little cup and handle pattern. A little crack below that price point right back in this old range here that you were in before. 82, 78. 82, 78. That'll put you right back in this old range. So it's like it's almost like you did a channel breakout and you fall right back in that range again. So other than that, guys, y'all love the channel, man. Hit that subscribe button. Also, smash that like button if you do enjoy the the live stream commentaries, man. I do the best that I can to give you guys the best information as possible. If you're on Twitch, smash that subscribe button to avoid the ads. And we are on that road to 1K subs, man. And so far, man, I done made it here this far because of you guys. Thank y'all so much. I definitely appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you. We done made it this far. So other than that, also, man, let me give a shout out to my team. Y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all know what time. Give a shout out. Give a shout out to my chats, man. Thank y'all so much for everything that you guys done. Thank y'all so much. Shout out to my mods. Y'all already know what time it is. I definitely appreciate y'all. Love y'all for everything that y'all been doing, man. Definitely appreciate you guys. Love y'all. Love y'all. So yeah, guys, I'm about to go ahead and be rolling on out. So y'all know what to do from here. We done broke everything down. How we clawed our way back. So y'all know what to look for. Y'all know what to look for. So I will be signing in tomorrow once again. I know that'll be throw it in the bank Thursday. Y'all know what time it is. But we will have some data coming out, supposedly, if they don't push nothing back. We supposed to have CPI data, and I'll bring it up real quick too. Let me bring this down so I can show y'all. For tomorrow, this is what's supposed to happen, or what we were supposed to have if they come out with it and not push nothing back still. Let's see if we get some decent economic data for once. So right here, guys, Thursday for the 13th, 8:30, we're going to have jobless claims CPI data for 8:30. 12 o'clock, we're going to have accrue all inventories. And at 1 o'clock, we're going to have the 30-year bond auction. And Friday, we don't have no major data, so nothing to worry about on that end. But yeah, other than that, man, like I said, guys, y'all know what to do. We done went over these setups, man, and just read these charts and just carefully understand, how to just execute on these trades, man. But man, thank y'all again for so much for believing in me, man. Thank you guys so much for always supporting me, loving me. Again, there's no Jtraedz without you guys. So, congratulations to everybody who did make profits. So y'all know what I'm about to say before I head on out. Y'all know what time it is. Maximize your reward, minimize your risk. Always put grateful over greed, and you will succeed every single time. Till then, guys, I will catch up with you guys tomorrow, and we'll see where we go from here. Love y'all. Peace.
Subscribe for more content.